Born to a poor family in Korea and losing his father at the age of 5, Seung Lee began creating his art as a means of therapy.
We were very poor, and only way I can express myself was to draw usually on the dirt. And I didn't have a material like some normal kids had, like a crayon or pencil or paper. So I always drew on the dirt. I usually relate art making as a survival for me. Without making that art since a young age, I don't think I'll be here today. So art making for me it is the more therapeutic, and I know it's a very cliche. That's how every artist studied that way. But for me, it was more than just creating some object or beautiful thing, but it is more to do with I had to do it.
In pursuit of a better life, Lee joined his aunt in the States at the age of 15.
She heard how poor we were in Korea, so she invited us to the United States. And since I didn't know any language, I didn't know how to speak English, so it became natural. I just have to keep drawing more. And by keep drawing, I just naturally got better.
With a challenging language barrier, Lee attributes much of his success to his love of soccer.
I always joke about it. Only reason I graduated from high school because I was good in soccer. So even though my English was so bad, they just keep passing me because they needed it in soccer team. And also I was very good in art. So my art teacher collected all my projects and he applied to college for me. So I got a scholarship to go to Maryland Institute, we call it MICA, in Baltimore. So I was able to study 4 years there with a half scholarship, tuition scholarship.
Today, this Huntington Station-based, internationally renowned artist creates art which he describes as a spiritual activity occupied in time and space.
To me, art making is a survivor to me. Because if I don't make art, I feel like I'm not living. If I don't make art, I make a lot of mistakes in my life. So I have to make art to learn about myself. So if there is any frustration coming on, I have to make art to learn, let it out on the canvas. Number one, I'm a Buddhist. So I believe in circulation, or we call it karma. As much as I try to make a perfect mark, it's always there is a mistakes I will make. And that's always teaches me so much to take it to different place a lot of times. So in a sense, I start with some ideas. I never finish with that same idea at the end because I give myself to learn from the mistake. And if I am true to my mistake, I should learn something from it. So it's nothing different than in life. So I'm trying to have a dialogue with my art making process. It's the same as the way I live. I try to learn from the mistake, so I do not try not to make a mistake. It's the same thing in painting and the way I live. So I don't see the separation. When you see my paintings, it's all about, you can see these trees really tangled up by the vine and all the trees. When I visit Korea and I trace back the birthplace, it was just kind of natural for me to use this tree to describe me in a sense. These trees are me. Like sometimes I feel very strong, sometimes I feel like I've been tied down by the job or by other people surrounding me. So I use tree to represent me in the society every day going through. I just play with the material, sometimes I threw down some colors and I just develop. So that's how the life is. You know, you try to control it, but sometimes you have to let it be. And also the way we have to preserve our nature, in a sense, that's another message I'm trying to express through my painting. So that when they encounter my painting, I hope they can think about two things in their personal history or personal memory, and hopefully that also they think about their beautiful nature that we all human experience. So that's what I'm right now. These paintings are trying to communicate to the viewer.
For Push Pause in Huntington Station, this is Eric Alfredo.